It is finally here, the KOA Ultimate document that I have been working on. It's taken me a bit over a month now, but it is ready. And today's video is going to be all about this document, what it can do for you, how you can utilize it, where you can download it, and what actually went into creating this document. I am very excited to present it. So let's go have a look. Hey guys, Mountain here, bringing you another video. Today's video is going to be all about the KOA Ultimate document that I created. It is going to be an ongoing document, so as things change or as things get added or as things get improved and things like that, I will be updating it in the document. But basically, this entire document is going to help you with so many aspects of your KOA game. And today we're going to actually go through the document. I'm warning you now, this is going to probably be a little bit of a lengthy video because there's a lot to cover on each section, on what went into it, how it works, and that sort of thing. So that being said, I want to obviously get into it as quickly as we can, so we're just going to get started and go through. So when you download the document, the first thing you're going to come across is this disclaimer page, and I'm going to read it out to you now, because I need you to be aware of what the disclaimer page says. So it says, hey guys, Mountain here. This document was created to make your KOA life as easy as possible and hopefully allow you to have more fun in the game and make managing your castle and or farms a little easier. That being said, there are a few things that I need to explain to you beforehand. Firstly, this document was created by combining multiple sources both online and in the game. The accuracy of the numbers represented are, in as far possible, correct to the best of my knowledge. Secondly, KOA is known for changing things without people being told, so there may be a few things that are slightly out after an update or something like that. For this I apologize, but it is nothing I can directly prevent. Third, if anyone notices that there is an error, and we are talking about major errors mostly, I would appreciate it if you could report the error and as much details as possible regarding this error to, and the email address is thepokemountain@gmail.com. By reporting any error, I will try my best to have them fixed and updated. Fourth, inspiration for some of this document comes from the work I have been doing so far for you guys, but also comes from the work of two other entities. I would like to give them a shout out here and acknowledge their inspiration in providing you with this information. They are K52, the Sacred Essence Manager. You can find them on the KOA Discord server. And English Tim, found on YouTube, and I've got his YouTube URL there. English Tim is actually got a lot of really good KOA videos, guys. So if you into the KOA background and how to do things and do better, for example, like the videos I give you, he also does the same sort of stuff, but obviously slightly different to mine. Without them both, I may not have thought about adding several things to this document. Lastly, the disclaimer. By using this document, you acknowledge that the creator cannot be held liable for any information that may or may not be incorrect or inaccurate. The creator has attempted to ensure that the information contained herein is accurate as far as possible. Please do not share this document with others directly, but rather forward them the download link so that A, they can get the latest version of the document, and B, so that I can actually have the correct analytics in terms of the number of downloads, the reach, and things like that. Beyond that, guys, I really hope this document serves you well, and I hope you learn and grow more by using it. Until the next time, guys, be good, be well, be safe, Mountain, and then I've got the links to my various social media platforms there. From there, you're going to see at the bottom of the screen, you've got all these different tabs, and they're different colors. You've got the disclaimer one, which is a black tab. Red tab says start here, so that's where you would generally begin. The two blue tabs are for the Golem marches. The purple tab is for the PvP marches. The green tabs is for shop point planning, building upgrades, and research planning. The yellow tabs are for the Golem Test and your RSS available. The red tabs you actually won't have in your version of the document. This is the master document, so everything is there and open and that sort of thing. But on the one you get, you won't actually have these red tabs, but I'll show you what they are anyway, just so that you can see. As I said, I'm going to show you what goes into the document as well. So if you go to the start here page, this is actually what it looks like now, and it tells you start by putting the information in the below fields. The more information you put in, the more accurate this document will be. So you got to put in your march capacity as well as your percentages. Yeah, your troop attack, defense, health, infantry attack, defense, health, same for cavalry, bowmen, and siege. Your critical rate, your critical chance, as well as your army damage, infantry damage, cavalry damage, bowman damage, and siege damage. Now, some of this isn't utilized in this document right now, but it will be down the line. So if you keep it there, it's going to help you even with the upgraded versions of the document. Then up here it says, then select the highest 2 tiers of troops that you have currently. This side, select the highest tier troops, second highest tier troops. So if you go here, you can select from the drop-down menu, and you can select whichever happens to be your highest tier of troops that you currently have. And you select your second highest, for example. So here I've got my highest is T8s, my lowest, my second highest is T7s. Or if my highest is T10s, for example, I just switch all of them to T10s. And here I switch all of these to T9s. Like that, and there we go. Right, so I've got to fill in this page, you've got to fill in this page, and then it will take, the document will take it from there. Right, starting off with the 2 blue ones, we've got Golem March below 36% crit. What that means is that if you do not have a crit march of 36% or crit damage of 36% and upwards, this is the Golem March setup that you're going to utilize. It's going to be a rainbow march, and it's going to include things like your infantry and your range siege and things like that. Okay, now you'll notice here that there are actually negatives at the moment in terms of troops. It tells you here how many troops you're going to utilize. The reason for the negative is because these values here are automatic values that are just added to the thing. Once you add an actual march capacity here, let's say you got 250,000, okay, once you put that in, it will then populate the rest, and you'll see that you actually have everything in your positives, and it will show you only use the below march if your highest tier is tier 13. And on the side it says scroll down to see more tier informations. So if I scroll down, now I've got the same thing for tier 12, tier 11, 10, 9, 8, and we go down to 7. So if you're on tier 7 is your highest, you come down to this, and it's going to show you how many infantry of tier 7, how many cavalry of tier 7, how many bowmen of tier 7, how many siege of tier 7. Then the same thing for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And again, all the way to the top, if you're utilizing 13, tier 13 is going to show you here how to break it down in terms of how many number of troops you're going to utilize per tier per type. Okay, and it's going to break it down for you. And here it's just going to bring in attack values and that sort of thing, which you don't have to really worry about right now, but it's there just in case it's something you want down the line. But there's more to this document that's going to be added where that will become a bigger feature as well. But basically you're looking at these 2 columns, well, these 3 columns over here. And again, depending on which tier type you are utilizing, and it will show you how to do it. Now, if on the other hand you have a crit value of 36% or higher, then the Rainbow March is no longer going to do as much damage for you as the crit march would. In which case, you're going to rather than come to this one, and it's going to show you here, only use the below march if your highest tier is tier 13, 12, and again, scroll down to see more information, 11, 10, 9, 8, and 7. Okay. And here it's going to break it down so that you're only utilizing 6 troop formations. As you see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And it's going to only count 6 formations, the 6 best formations that you can utilize. And it's going to give you the amounts that you need for those formations. All right, so that's your Golem March. It's going to cover both Rainbow March as well as Crit March. Then if you come to the next one, which is PvP marches. Now, PvP marches actually gives you 2 different basic sections here. Number 1, attack with crit march and defend with crit march. Now, this is going to be, for example, if you are in Kingdom Raid or you are doing castle events and things like that, where when you are attacking, you want to have crit. This is where you're going to set it up according to this. Now, this automatically brings in from page 1 your best 2 tier types. So your infantry, cavalry, bowmen of the best one, infantry, cavalry, bowmen of the second best one. And it's going to break down how many troops you need as well as what the percentage is, just so that you've got the full transparency and you can see how you should be attacking. Now the defend with crit march is, let's say for example you are doing a throne and you want to send troops to towers. Everybody in your alliance tries to, you want them to try and fill in with this same format where you've only got 6 different types, and these 6 types are broken down according to these percentages, and it's going to give you the best chance of defending that tower with your crit defense and a good infantry wall. Okay, so that's what these two are for here. It's also in your alliance, for example, where let's say, for example, you've got 2 alliances next to each other and they're starting to attack each other's towers. And now you're going to defend those towers. This is the format that you want to utilize. So you're going to make sure that you have a defense setup with the majority of your players tier types. So let's say, for example, you've got 10 players with T10, T9, and you've got 5 players with T98. Okay. What you're going to do is, again, you're going to come here, you're going to set T10 and T9 as the 2 highest. You're going to come through here and you're going to look at what these are, and you're going to tell the people who have got T9, T8 to only send T9. And the guys who have got T10 and T9, they will send both T10 and T9. And obviously, you're going to try and balance it out so that you get roughly these percentages here, and your town is going to have the best chance of actually surviving the attacks that come in. The second section that's on this page is this here, baseline march statistics and boosted march statistics. So this is just for your information purposes, where it will bring in automatically, again, whatever you set on that first page, it will bring them in for you over here. It will automatically look up on the matrix what is its attack values and how many troops is going to come from this information here. It's going to work out what your attack total is according to the number of troops. Then it's going to take your defense also from a matrix document on one of the red pages that I'll show you just now, and it's going to work out your defensive total. Then what it's going to do is it's going to go back to page 1 and it's going to look at those statistics that you put in, which is these ones over here. So once you put in these here, all of this information, it's going to then populate the second block at the bottom. And what it's going to do is it's going to take that same infantry and it's going to say to you, right, the same number of troops, your boosted attack value, what is that going to be? What is your boosted attack total, your boosted defense total, your boosted defense and your boosted defense total. Now, let me show you here. As you can see, everything is set to 0 at the moment. But if I say troop attack is just 100%, we come back here. And you will see that this attack of T10 infantry has gone from 6 to 12. So it's going to work out. It's going to show you the difference as well between your attack value. Now, if we go back here and we say here we've got 2,500, for example, and our infantry attack is at, say, 6,500, what is the difference then? And it's going to show you now your original attack value of 6 is now 546. And your original attack total of 450,000 is actually 40.9 million. So it's just a nice way for you to see what the stats are actually doing to your game. Okay, so that's what this page over here is. This is the PvP marches. And then we get into the green section. Now the green section took a heck of a lot of work simply because of what went into the background. Now if we go to the first one, shop points planning. And here you can see gem upgrade, emblems upgrade. If you scroll down, equipment upgrade and artifacts upgrade, hero weapons upgrade and statues upgrade. Now the way you're going to utilize this is right at the top. There's a yellow square where you can put in your current Lord points. If you're not sure where to find that, it's very simple. In your game, click on your avatar that is in the top left hand corner. When that new page comes up, you're going to see your basic information there with your equipment. There's a button that says more information. If you click on that and you scroll down, you'll be able to see all the values that you're going to be utilizing. So here, for example, gem upgrade is you go there and you look for what is your gem points total. Whatever that total is, let's say it's 500,000. Okay, you're going to put that in here. And then this column here is going to be the original gem that you have And then here you're going to say, what are you planning to upgrade it to? So for example, if I come here and I scroll up and I'm going to take a basic immortal gem, for example, and I'm going to upgrade that to a, let's go to a precious immortal. Okay. By doing these two, I say what it starts as and what I plan to make it go up to. I can see what the points difference is. My original total for that gem was 99,000. My new is 217,000. The difference is 117,000, which is a positive in positive. And my new Lord points total will be 617,632. Now, the reason why this is so good is because you don't have to always be considering the shop events as upgrade by item only. What does that mean? Well, let's say, for example, I happen to have, let's see, we're going to go down to Dream. Let's go to Basic Dream over here. And we're going to say Basic Dream and Basic Dream. Basic Dream. Okay, so I've got, say, 4 basic dreams. Okay. And I'm going to be doing upgrades. I don't really have anything that I can upgrade right now to give myself anything major points wise. So I lose out on this shop event. Not necessarily. If you've got the ability to drop your basic dream to, for example, light, there's a very big difference of what you can do. So let's go here, for example, let's go down. We're going to go dream goes down to shining. Okay, let's go with shining. Now I dismantle my dream crystal, my dream gem, and I create a shining gem, a basic shining gem. And I upgrade that basic shining gem to, say, flawless. As you can see, that's actually worth more points than a basic dream. Now I'm going to do that again, and I'm going to say a flawless shining again. There's a flawless shining. Again, it's giving me more points. Now I'm going to go with 2 basic shining. Okay, basic shining. And here I'm going to go with, one more down, a basic shining. Now, as you can see, I've actually got worse gems technically than I had before, but I am going up in points by 284 points. Now, this is just an example for you. You might, for example, be able to go 2 flawless shining and a precious shining. Now you've gone up by 1,000 points, for example. You can play around with this, and you can dismantle items just to upgrade for the shop event. Get your points. Then again, dismantle all of that and go back to the best gems that you had for stats. Okay, so you can take your 4 basic dreams, dismantle those, create your shining, upgrade your shining, get more points, get your shop rewards, then dismantle those shinings again and create your basic dream again, and you won't lose out on stats, and you still get to get shop points. Okay. Beyond that, it's also just nice to be able to know, okay, this is how many points I should be getting in this next shop event. Now, you can do that here with gems, with emblems, artifacts, equipment, hero weapons, and statues. All of it is set up for you. All you're going to do is put in what your current Lord points are, the items that you're going to be upgraded. You don't have to list all of them. For example, there's 16 different statues, there's 16 different gems, there's 8 different hero weapons. You don't need to list them all. Only list the before and after of the ones that you plan to upgrade, and you can put in your Lord points, and it will then give you your new Lord points. If you don't put in your Lord points, that is fine as well. If I take that to 20, for example, all you're going to see then is you won't see your new Lord points really, because it won't mean anything, but you'll be able to see that you do go up by 1,008 points. Right, so that is going to be the shop points planning. This is going to help you guys so that you don't go, for example, from a destruction +2 to an Empyrean and not understand why am I losing out on points? Why am I not succeeding? This is going to help you to understand that. The next one is building upgrades. Now, building upgrades, it's actually quite an interesting one. There's 10 slots here that you can utilize to do your upgrades, and what happens is You select from the drop down menu what it is that you plan to upgrade, and it will automatically bring in the cost for you. Once again, searching the building matrix that I've created, and it will then tally up the points of all 10 up to 10 upgrades that you want to do, and it will give you at the top here how many resources and items you need, and again it will add that up for whatever you put in. So let's say, for example, we're going to do barracks 45, and we're going to do let's go dragon lair 45, and then we're also going to do, let's go with we want one of the training type things. Let's go with range. There we go. Let's go with range 45 as well, just for the continuity of it. Right, so now it's going to give you the totals here of everything you need: noble badges, royal badges, silver, wood, iron, food. And it will bring that total to the top over here. And we've got these green sections here: hero reductions, werewolf reductions, and event reductions. Okay. Anywhere you see these black blocks with the red writing, please read them. It's very important information. It says here, please fill in these scores as per your high steward levels. So you can select from here whoever your high steward is. You don't have to, but it's just nice for you to have. And you're going to put in manually how much reduction does this guy give you according to how high his skill is unlocked for you and how many stars he's got. So let's say, for example, 1.5 million from this Aurelius Pendragon on food requirement reduction, and let's just say 1 million wood reduction, okay, and 100,000 iron reduction. Silver 0, because there aren't any heroes currently that can actually give you a silver reduction on building, if I remember correctly, but we'll just leave it for now. It's there in case it does come anyway. Then it says, please select if werewolf or event reduction should apply. Only one event reduction. So if werewolf applies, you're going to tick the box, and if you're doing an event reduction from the shop, you're going to tick one of the two boxes. It will only work on one box. If I select both of those boxes, it will only apply the 33% reduction. So if I go and have a look before I activate these, I can see, tell me, okay, I get 1.5 million off because of the hero, and it gives me my new differential, my new value that I have to actually have of food. Now if I go and I select the werewolf gear, it will then give me a further discount applying the werewolf gear, and it will tell you what my new value is. And if I'm doing a 33% event, it will then apply that discount and show me what my new value is. So we've gone from 181 million food required to 88 million to do these three levels. If I select here the 50%, you'll see that nothing really changes, with the exception of the noble badges. It's the only thing that changes. But if you take off the 33% and you put the 50%, it will instead put in the value for the 50% reduction, and it will show you you've gone from 181 million to 65 million. So that's how much food you will need: wood, iron, silver, royal badges, and noble badges. Books of war as well. Okay, so now this document, again, you can do up to 10 different planned upgrades. Put in, are you using werewolf? Are you going to be utilizing the event reduction? Now remember also, the event reduction, some of it only applies for a single upgrade, or it applies for, you get 3 of them and you can do it one upgrade, one upgrade, one upgrade, or it applies for 5 days. So bear in mind that you want to be able to plan carefully. Don't put 10 in here and say you're getting a 33% reduction if it's only going to be for a single upgrade. Do 1 on its own and see what that's going to be, and then do 9 without that upgrade. Okay, so that is building upgrades, and when you finish, you can just go there, push delete, 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 and it will clear out the list. Again, you can use your drop down menu if you wanted to see what you've actually putting in. Clear off your werewolf and event and have it ready for you for your next time you do it. Same thing with your shop event. You can come here and you can push delete, 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 delete that. Just delete each one, and it goes back to a blank document ready for your next shop event. Then the last one of the green is the research planning. Same basically in concept as the building, where you're going to choose who your high steward is. You're going to say how much is your food your food requirements reduction, your wood requirement reduction, and your iron requirement reduction according to the hero. Then you can select if you're using knowledge gem level 1, 2, or 3. Same as before, guys. You can only select 1. If I select 1, 2, and 3, only 1 will apply. If I select 1 and 3, only 1 will apply. If I select 2 and 3, only 2 will apply. So you got to select the one that applies to you. Now this one's been broken down into the different categories, from King's Legion all the way up to development, or from development to King's Legion. And what you're going to do is you select the drop down list and you select the category of research that you're wanting to do that's within the development. For example, if I say hospital capacity 2.9, it will then bring up what are the values that are required for that. If I go down to defense and I say I'm also going to be doing wall defense 2.9, and I go to combat 2 and I say I'm going to utilize troop health 2.3, I go to war fury and I say undying oath 4.2. Whatever I put in here, it will then automatically again tally up each section by section. You'll see there's a total at the bottom here, and at the top it will then tally up the full amount. You have your reduction here. Let's just say it's 1 million for food. It will take it off. And again, if you go gem 1, it will apply gem 1, knowledge gem 1. Again, this only counts if you're actually utilizing all of your knowledge gems. Remember, guys, if you got harvest gear on and it's the lower one that can only take 2 gems at a time, this is going to be inaccurate. Only if you have equipment that has 3 slots on each and you got all 18 pieces of gems on, will these full amounts apply. If I've got knowledge gem level 2 and if I've got knowledge gem level 3, and it will tell you the amounts required. Now it actually does take off the reduction on a research by research basis, so don't worry about the fact that you get 1.5 million reduction food for gem 1 and we've got 10 different things here. You should be taking 1.5 off of each of those 10. It actually does that already. You can't see it now because it's all hidden from you, but if I go here, you can actually see there down the side is all the math calculations where it does all of that work for you, and you don't have to stress about it. All you have to do is you come across to your side of the document and you can just put in what you need. You select whichever gem applies, if any, and what is your reduction value, if any, and you're good to go. Again, you just go to it and say delete when you're done, and there delete, scroll down, there delete, there delete, and there we go, we're good to go. If I go back, you see everything's back to 0. Right, so that is your research planning. The next is going to be the Golem Test. Now, you guys have probably seen this several times before. I utilize this whenever I do my Golem Test. And here you've got, actually, this has got the wrong name. That's test 1. There we go. Right, so this is what you're going to see. You got your test 1 to test 7, and you get to rename that to whatever you want. And you can put in your columns as your attack values. This red bar here will automatically work out the total over the number of attacks you put in. However many of those 10 you fill in, it will automatically work out the total. This one will work out the average of however many attacks you put in. It's intelligent enough to know if you've only put 3 attacks to take the total divided by 3. If you put in 7 attacks, it'll take the total divided by 7. If you put in 5 attacks or 10 attacks, it'll take the total and divide by 5 or 10 respectively. And then this last one is the range difference. This is just to show you if you do multiple attacks, it's going to take into account whatever was the lowest value in that set, and it's going to take the highest value in that set, and it's going to separate the two. It's going to subtract the lowest from the highest, and it's going to show you what the difference is between your lowest and highest, so that you can see in this particular march, for example, the variance from my lowest to my highest can be as high as 1.5 million. Now, if you got a smaller march, 1.5 million is actually a heck of a lot, and you want to try and reduce that if you can. If you've got a huge march, 1.5 million might not be anything, and then you're like, okay, well, that's fine. That's I can forget about that. But it's just going to show you the range difference as well. Again, more knowledge just makes it a little bit easier for you at the end of the day. Then the next tab is going to be the RSS available. Now I did a special video just on managing this, on how I manage my farms and this document. And this is going to be able to supply you with a place to keep track of your main account and up to 8 farms. All you got to do, as it says at the top, is adjust the left behind amounts at each section and each farm according to your own personal farm amounts. This is the amount that you cannot get from the farm when attacking it. You can rename your farms as well. So now what happens is, if you've got a farm and you attack it, you'll have noticed that there's always some resources left behind that you can't get. You've got 900,000 food left, but every time you attack, you get 11 or 10 or 6 or something like that. That's the left behind amount. So what you're going to do is you're going to change these left behind amounts, all in yellow, to match whatever it is on your farm. It's going to help you make this document a bit more accurate. Okay. Then here you can put in your main, for example. You're going to look at it, you're going to say, how much open food do I have? I've got 1 million open. So I'm going to do that. Now I go look at my resources and I see, okay, how many 1K food bundles have I got? I've got 3,265 and 2,265, and I put it in. Now this document is going to automatically give you the total values. It doesn't right now because this is a mock one that I had set up, but the one that's going up today, the one that's actually for you guys, is got it all in. So it will automatically work out the total for you here, give you a total here, and it will add the totals from all your farms of food into this section here, or wood into this section here, iron into here, and silver into here. So it's going to help you guys to manage your farms, up to 8 farms and your main account, very easily in one document. Right, so that's basically the document there. Then I did say I was going to show you what went into the background and why it took so long. If you go look at this page here, which is the gem upgrades, emblems, artifacts, equipment, hero weapons, and statues, I had to create a matrix here which gives me all the different items as well as all the values. So I had to get that out of the game. I had to put it into here. I then had to work out the formulas itself for how to, for example, here I had to work out the formulas for how to actually take what was put into the cell next to it and find it on the matrix and then bring it here for you guys. Okay, so the upgradables, I had to create this database there of all the upgradable items. Building costs, even worse than the upgradable items, is each level of building as well as all the different resources that are required to actually do those upgrades and that sort of thing. So it's the whole database of that. If I go to the troop stats, it's the troop stats database that's actually sitting there as well, the list of heroes. If I go to research, same thing, and we can go right down to the bottom of research. I'll show you here just how far this one goes, because this one was the biggest of them all. 1,358 cell lines. So that's why this whole document took so long, was getting all of that information set up. And then obviously getting stuff onto the correct pages so that I can show you appropriately what everything is. I mean, for example, let me see if I can just move this here quickly, and then I can show you here. There's more information there. So I've got information hidden all over the place so that I can provide you with the best information, the easiest way that I can, and have it easily accessible for you guys. So again, you will start off, you'll get to your document, you're going to land on this page here. You'll have the black, red, blue, purple, and green and yellow tabs. You won't have any of the red tabs. You can't change anything on the document. A lot of the document has been locked, with the exception of the cells where you're going to put the information into. For example, on this page here, everything is going to be locked except for where you put in your percentages, your march capacity, and where you select your troop types. On this page here, everything is locked. This page, everything is locked. This page, everything is locked. This one, everything is locked except for where you put in your points value at the top and where you choose your original and choose your new weapons. Building upgrades, everything is locked except for your drop down menus and these squares over here, so you can actually select and not, and so on and so on. But you'll see that for yourself when you do download the document. Right, guys, the only other thing that I did not show you is this here, this information at the bottom. It's just, this information is just to show you the order that troops attack in a march. So when you attacking the portal monster, when you're attacking Golem, when you're attacking another player, when you, any attack, this is the order that everything attacks in. So the first attackers is going to be your warriors, which is your T12, T10, and T8. Then your spearmen, which is T13, 11, 9, and 7. Then it's your light cavalry, which is 13, 12, 10, and 9. Then your heavy cavalry, 11 and 8. Then it's your bowmen, T12, 10, and 8. And your crossbowmen at T13, 11, and 9. So it's just to show you the order so that you can think a little bit further in your game in terms of, well, what can I do if my opponent is using, for example, spearmen, and he's got T10 and T9 from what I can see. His spearmen are going to attack after my T10 warriors are going to attack. So maybe I put more T10 warriors in, for example. And effectively, that's just what it is. It's just the information sort of section. Right, guys, that is going to be it for this video. I really hope that this document helps you out. If there are any errors, understand I am human. You saw how many databases I had to create and how much information I had to find to actually create this. So inevitably there is going to be a mistake somewhere. If you're on my Discord server, send me a message, or otherwise you can email me or something like that. Let me know what the error is. Let me know what, if you know what the correction to the error is, etc., etc. And we will change it in the document so that we can keep going and keep making this document better and better and better as we go along. Hopefully, guys, this is going to help you. Honestly, at the end of the day, this is what's helped me to understand a lot more of the game. And I've utilized this document already before it was even finalized for you guys, with helping other people in my alliance with upgrades and with marches and things like that. So here we go, guys. I'm presenting it to you. If you download the document, if you use the document, if you like the document, if you like what I've explained today, if you're happy with any of it, please hit the like button and drop a comment down below. I do reply to all my messages as quickly as I possibly can, but I do reply to all my messages. And if you want to be updated for the new KOA documents, or if you want to be aware of whenever we do new videos or golem marches or anything like that, please hit the subscribe and the bell notification icon so that you can know whenever I post one of these videos, and it's going to help us all of us at the end of the day, to grow further and better and harder and stronger, as they say. Otherwise, guys, we're sitting with approximately 67% of our viewers are subscribers. It would be nice to get that up. We're sitting currently at 460 subscribers, so we're almost at the halfway mark. Once I get to 1,000 subscribers, I can actually start monetizing the videos and that sort of thing. So if you do like these videos, guys, please hit the subscribe button out. It helps me out immensely. Comments down below also help out with the YouTube analytics and that sort of thing, but also with the YouTube algorithm to get the video out to more people and that sort of thing. So yeah, otherwise, guys, that's going to be it for this video. Until the next one, be good, be well, and be safe. Bye.